Live from Chicago's #1 news, ABC7 Eyewitness News at 7 starts streaming now.
On this hour of Eyewitness News, snow moving across the area, causing some problems on the roads.
And we are following breaking news on this Tuesday night. 2 people killed in Poland and an investigation now underway to find out whether Russia launched the missiles.
Plus, former President Donald Trump expected to announce another run for president just about an hour from now.
All new tonight at 7, shopping for the holidays and supporting Illinois businesses. There is a gift guide and we have some tips for you. We've got you ready to go.
Good. And Grammy nominations are out. Husband and wife Beyonce and Jay-Z making music history.
I mean, they are the iconic legacy couple for sure.
They've had a few nominations.
Just a little bit,
over
about
the
to
years.
make some history.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, thanks for joining us on this Tuesday. I'm Rob Elgis.
And I'm Cheryl Burton. But we begin tonight with, of course, the weather. We've been talking about it all day long. Wow. We see snow throughout the day, and there have been some accidents, some challenges driving. We talked about it yesterday in Lake and Cook counties. We've seen some problems with crashes, especially off the Edens. Wow.
Here's a look at conditions in Chicago tonight. Lake effect snow could continue in some areas for hours. Let's get right to meteorologist Larry Mowry for your ABC7 AccuWeather forecast. Glad you're with us.
Yeah. Is there a name for rain and snow? Is it slush or rain or ro? How do you ro? Reno?
It's a mess.
All right, that's
it. That's the best word.
That's the best way. Yes, slushy mess.
It is a mess out there, and it still continues at this hour. And so here's what we're going to see as we go through the night tonight. That rain-snow mixture, that's still occurring in some areas, but it's starting to transition to more snow. We'll switch to all snow overnight tonight, become scattered in nature through the night and even during the day tomorrow. The impact, still some slick spots on the bridges and overpasses, a little slush on some of the roadways where it comes down heavier. And how much more do we get? Well, in Lake County here in Illinois, maybe another inch or two, less than an inch in totals for tomorrow as we get more scattered snow showers. So here's what it looks like on Live Doppler 7 Max radar. There's a band of lake effect snow right here, those darker shades of blue that are drifting back into Lake County and also northern Cook County. That's the heaviest snow we have going on right now, and that's where we're going to get some more light accumulation here as we go through the evening. Now, eventually that light snow band will shift southward as we go deeper into the evening and overnight tonight, but for now, the winter weather advisory is only in place for Lake County here in Illinois until 6 o'clock in the morning. Temperatures still above freezing for most of us, down to freezing in Woodstock and DeKalb, and we'll drop off into the low 30s overnight tonight, but there you can see those scattered snow showers lingering overnight and more scattered snow showers during the day tomorrow. Stays cold, gets even colder, in fact, later this week. We'll talk about this chilly weather coming up.
All right. Do we have to, Larry?
Yeah, we got to.
Okay.
We got to do it.
All right. Well, you know, we're talking about all the snow, bringing mixed reactions for people. Some, of course, hoping for a chance to get outside and play in all this snow.
Kids loved it.
Yes,
dogs
of
did
course.
too. Others concerned about our roads.
Yeah.
Michelle Gallardo reports tonight from the western suburbs.
By noon today, there was just enough of the white stuff on the ground to build a snowman in Downers Grove. Just enough to get Abby Watts to jump out of bed.
A big surprise. I was so happy and excited to just run outside and play in the snow.
Everybody rushed to the window to see.
Yeah.
I was surprised too. I wasn't expecting it. I guess I should have been watching the weather a little bit closely, but it was kind of nice that the roads and everything have been cleared.
The roads, of course, is what the adults worry about, and with most of the snow falling during the early morning hours, it was really that morning commute that felt some, if not much, impact.
The roads are still a little warm, so we haven't seen any major issues. We did make sure to focus on our bridges and ramps to ensure that that appropriate de-icing on the road was allowed for safe travel.
Unfortunately for Abby, who's been a bit under the weather and had to stay home from school today, the snow didn't stick around long enough to allow for any real playtime. But that doesn't mean there wasn't any cleanup needed. In Oak Park, residents scraped the snow off their vehicles and cleared their sidewalks before heading off to work.
I love it. I may be one of, 6 people? I love it.
As for the evening hours, some additional snowfall may yet come, keeping Public Works officials on alert just in case.
We did not, of course, move to full deployment of our snowplows, but we did have extra staffing, and we have extra staffing available to ensure adequate coverage throughout the entire system for this evening's commute.
And while the folks at the Illinois Tollway tell us that they only deployed a third of their fleet, the sign that they don't expect to have too much to worry about for this evening's commute, they do remind drivers to please, if you see those salt trucks out there, just slow down and give them some room to work. In Downers Grove, I'm Michelle Gallardo, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Excellent advice, Michelle. Thank you for that. Now in North Chicago, the Public Works Department has trucks spreading salt on the 38 miles of the streets. They are prepared to be out all night until the snow stops.
We try to do preventive maintenance. We do our best to make sure that everything's ready to go. But what happens is that first time out, we always lose a hose, something doesn't work. We already had a plow come back in, the latch mechanism didn't hold the plow on tight.
Well, it is the first of the season for measurable snowfall, so these kind of things do happen. But remember, everybody, you can get up-to-the-minute weather conditions in your very own neighborhood. Use the camera on your smartphone to hover over the QR code you see right there on your screen. It will give you a link to our Doppler 7 Max radar.
Following some other headlines and breaking news involving the war in Ukraine, President Biden now in an emergency meeting with G7 and NATO leaders after 2 people were killed when a missile hit a farm in Poland near the Ukrainian border. The Polish Foreign Ministry says it was a Russian-made missile that hit that small town about 15 miles over the border. But so far, neither NATO or the United States have publicly verified where the missiles came from. If confirmed to be from Russia, it would mark the first time in the war that Russian weapons came down on a NATO country. Chicago area is home to the largest Polish population outside of Warsaw, and news of the explosion got around quickly.
So fresh, and we haven't had an opportunity even to really reflect on this whole issue, but I'm certain the folks that have heard about this are thinking about this right now, and they're thinking, what's the next step? What's going to happen?
Newly re-elected Senator and combat veteran Tammy Duckworth saying, quote, "My focus is on ensuring we know all the facts and that our nation does everything we can to immediately coordinate with Poland to determine how we can support our NATO ally."
Well, tearful testimony and raw emotions during the sentencing phase of the proceedings for the man convicted in the Waukesha parade tragedy. It started around 8:30 this morning and was stopped for 2 hours when the court received a phone threat. Later on, when it did resume, Daryl Brooks was forced out of the courtroom for being disruptive.
He is arguing with me. He is now forfeited.
You're not going to continue. You're not going to continue.
Brooks was convicted on 6 counts of murder and other felonies for using his vehicle as a weapon on that day. Well, today, the families of those killed and who were injured had their first chance to confront him.
Emotionally and mentally, I have never been the same since that day.
Who can have a clear conscience after running over kids like speed bumps and killing 6 people? I would suggest someone without a conscience.
What does it feel like to attend a funeral of a child your age? I hate that my kids know.
Do you have any idea how gut-wrenching it is to have to explain your 12-year-old son that his little brother isn't going to make it?
Just heartbreaking to hear. Well, Brooks is expected to be sentenced to at least 6 life sentences when court resumes tomorrow.
2 men are charged with a shooting in a Lombard shopping mall parking lot that left a woman injured. This happened Friday night outside the Yorktown Mall. Prosecutors say 2 men approached the group at the mall and tried to engage them in conversation. When the group kept walking toward their car, the 2 men allegedly got into their car, drove up to the group, and one of the men opened fire. They hit a woman who was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Both suspects are in custody. The one who allegedly fired the shots is being held without bond.
And the FBI has released surveillance photos of 3 men they say robbed a bank this morning in Bolingbrook. The robbery happened at the Huntington Bank on Quadrangle Drive. Investigators say 3 men armed with handguns came in just before 10 and demanded money, then tied up the employees. The photos show the suspects all wearing masks. One was dressed in a mail carrier's uniform with a mail bag.
I've lived here my whole life and I feel pretty safe in the neighborhood, so just hearing like what happened is just very surprising to me.
This is the second bank robbery in that neighborhood in recent days.
Federal jury convicts a gang leader for 6 murders in Chicago. Donald Little Don Lee was the head of the Wicked Town Street Gang. Today's verdict comes after a 2-month racketeering trial.
Like a lot of cases, this started small. It started with drug buys and wiretaps and looking at drug trafficking on the west side of Chicago. And through following the evidence where it leads, and the persistence and the diligence and really the tireless work of many, many people.
Jury also convicted Torrance Blackie Benson, a so-called shooter for the gang.
And Chicago police are teaming up with the CTA to keep holiday shoppers safe. Police held a roll call at the Clark and Lake Station today. They plan to have more officers in the downtown Central Business District as the stores open earlier and stay open later for the holidays.
Since August of this year, there are several officers deployed to the public transportation system, and crime has decreased.
Chicago police say crime on the CTA is down 17% this month compared to this time last year.
Warning about counterfeit goods. U.S. Customs and Border Protection holding an event in Rosemont today. They showed off dozens of items. Take a look. They look real, but they're all knockoffs. We're talking bags, clutches, sunglasses, watches, athletic apparel. Officials say if a deal's too good to be true, it's likely fake.
Sometimes even with materials and things that you touch, you can tell if the material is substandard, or if even sometimes with items like paint and things will come off in your hand. Well, we know official goods and standard goods do not operate like that.
Last year, Customs and Border Protection seized $12 million in counterfeit goods locally and $3 billion nationally.
And today in Northwest Indiana, a small group of students walking out of class. They say Lowell High School does not support the LGBTQ student population and bans any type of celebration.
Teachers can't have anything in their classrooms. They can't have this is a safe space, everybody's welcome here, nothing.
I feel like it's pretty important to know that you aren't alone in the situations and that there are people there with you that can help you.
And the Tri-Creek School Corporation saying in a statement there is not a ban on the recognition of the LGBTQ plus community in Tri-Creek schools. Tri-Creek accepts and supports students and employees regardless of race, sex, disability, gender, identity, sexual orientation, religion, ethnicity, size, age, or national origin.
Change to Illinois' Constitution will soon become official. The Associated Press projects that the Workers' Rights Amendment has earned the support of more than 50% of people who voted a week ago. The amendment guarantees workers' rights to bargain collectively. Business groups oppose this measure, saying it gives unions too much power and will drive up taxes.
Well, just about an hour from now, former President Donald Trump is expected to announce that he is running for president in 2024.
Many Republicans are feeling disappointed by the results of the midterm election, and some are blaming Trump. ABC's Morgan Norwood joins us live from Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort tonight in Florida with more. Morgan?
Rob, Cheryl, you're right. That announcement taking place in less than an hour. You can see the sea of people just continuing to fill in here at Mar-a-Lago right behind me. We're told this venue can hold up to 400 people and perhaps expecting even more than that. But yes, we're already seeing some pushback, especially from Republican voices who have, said, hey, listen, tonight is not the time. They want Trump to wait on this announcement until at least after the Georgia Senate runoff happening in December. So that gives you an idea of just the frustration amid the political party, the Republican Party, and just the divide that's continuing to grow as we expect this announcement tonight.
Tonight, former President Donald Trump expected to announce a third run for president.
I will probably have to do it again.
Trump has been hinting at another presidential run for months, and his announcement comes as he faces multiple criminal and civil investigations, and as his former Vice President Mike Pence, in an interview with ABC's David Muir, condemns Trump's actions during the violent January 6th insurrection.
The president's words that day at the rally endangered me and my family and everyone at the Capitol building.
Some aides have suggested that the former president believes that declaring candidacy would shield him in some way from investigations, but legal experts say a run wouldn't protect him at all.
There are no special protections for the former president should he launch a presidential bid. It does, though, complicate the optics.
A third presidential run by Trump would certainly be a test of Republican loyalty and whether his iron grasp on the GOP still holds strong in the wake of criminal investigations and a worse-than-expected show in the midterm elections by Trump-backed candidates. An ABC News Washington Post poll from September shows that Republicans and Republican-leaning independents were nearly split on whether they like the GOP to nominate Trump in 2024. Preference for Trump was 20 points lower this time than in 2019 ahead of Trump's 2020 nomination.
I think Donald Trump gives us problems politically.
Now, during part of that interview that you saw with David Muir with the former Vice President Mike Pence saying that he wouldn't rule out a potential 2024 run, but he also said that he wasn't sure, didn't answer whether he thought Trump should run again. So again, that just gives you an idea of the political landscape heading into 2024, guys.
Speaking of the political landscape, you are there in the room where it's happening. What is the sense on the ground there, and what are you hearing is going to happen tonight?
Yeah, well, we've been in the ballroom for most of the day, and we've just slowly watched more and more people trickle in here, many of them, of course, Trump supporters. But we also had a chance to ride throughout the city where we saw Trump flag after Trump flag. I mean, they were flying banners over Mar-a-Lago. We even encountered some protesters and, of course, supporters. And that's not surprising here. We're talking about Florida. This is a state in which he won back in 2020, and it is a Republican stronghold. But as far as what we're expecting tonight, of course, that 2024 presidential run, that particular announcement, but I think widely what many people are going to be listening for, they want to hear the rhetoric, they want to hear the platform, they want to hear his plan for America. This is run number 3, so they want to also see what has changed from the past couple of presidential runs. And then make no mistake here, I mean, January 6th, the insurrection at the Capitol is still a burn scar in the political realm. So, you know, what type of rhetoric are we going to hear from that? We heard from protesters even today as I was riding through the city. Some even jumped in a couple of my live shots talking about still denying the election. So that is what all eyes are going to be looking for, what ears are going to be watching for. Will we see a sort of shift in rhetoric? And that's really what everyone is going to be watching for, whether you are Republican or Democrat. All eyes are going to be on this announcement tonight, guys.
So, Morgan, people were talking about whether his family will be on stage with him tonight. Who do you think will be on the stage when he makes the announcement? What are you hearing in the room?
Well, we already know that Ivanka Trump plans to release her own statement after everything wraps up today, but we do expect his family to sort of be here, and that's another thing that we're watching for. Who is going to be around him today? So that could also give us a direction as to the strategy, as to what the political landscape is going to be like today. So, you know, of course, we're keeping our eyes peeled here on the ground as to who's around him, what his aides are saying, what we're hearing here on the ground, guys.
All right, Morgan Norwood at Mar-a-Lago, thanks. We'll see and learn a lot more by 8. I appreciate you joining us live. The plan tonight, Cheryl, is I'll listen to that and get a report on the air at 10 for us.
Over on ABC7
right.
tonight.
Yeah.
All right.
Back here in Illinois, lawmakers return to Springfield today for the start of the so-called veto session. Both parties using today to pick their new leadership. Big highlight of the session, plans to tweak the controversial SAFE-T Act that makes drastic changes to the cash bail system.
And applications to be the next alderman of Chicago's 12th ward are due by 5 o'clock tomorrow. The current alderman, George Cardenas, announcing his resignation earlier this month. He is set to take a seat on the Cook County Board of Review. His resignation is effective November 30th, and the names and resumes of those that will apply will be made public. Mayor Lightfoot will choose the person who gets the job.
NASA taking another shot at launching its Artemis rocket, and there are some positive signs this time around.
Very good. Plus, later on, learning skills and helping others along the way. The lesson plan that goes beyond the classroom, and it also helps offer seniors a meal.
Ooh.
There's some raindrops on the camera there.
It's like a mix, because down here, it's rain. Did you see any snow? I know you live down
Just
in
like
the city.
flakes.
Flakes.
Yeah, they were, but as soon as they hit the windshield of the car, they
melted.
turned,
So out in the southwest suburbs and the west suburbs, I think too for Larry, woke up this morning, there were a couple inches on the ground.
That is just fascinating.
It's stuck around. Yeah, dogs loved it, kids loved it. Yeah, playing around a lot, Larry.
Good snowpack and snow this morning when we woke up.
Right?
Perfect
Snowball fights.
Snowball weather.
Yes.
I mean, the serious snowballs.
It really was. I literally just take
Not the fluffy ones.
Yeah.
And snowmen. You can make a snowman, or
You
you
want
can
to build a snowman?
chuck it at your sibling. That's what we used to do.
Is that what you used to do?
Yeah,
all right.
brother
Yeah.
would sling it at
My
me.
daughter threw one at me this morning.
Did you? Of course. Hey, Dad. See you
Well,
later.
I mean, you're the meteorologist, Dad. So, I mean,
Hoping
you know,
for a snow day.
I think that was research.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but the kids liked it,
They
though.
do.
No snow days,
That was
though.
research, Dad.
Yeah.
I mean, Mr. Worldwide, you've got to check it out so you can come to work and you can analyze the snow, and you know that's
science.
Yeah, she was helping him out.
And you know, for the first snow, it wasn't awful. The roads are kind of slippery in some spots, but it wasn't an icy condition type of event. It was more just a nuisance wet snow that came down, and it's going to continue as we go through the night tonight. Some lingering snow showers with some lake effect right now impacting the north suburbs from northern Cook County up into Lake County. You got some lake effect snow. Tomorrow, more scattered snow showers throughout the day. Not quite as steady as what we saw today, but there'll be snow around. The impacts remain. Some slick spots possible in bridges and overpasses tonight, and maybe even a little bit tomorrow. But here are some of those numbers that Rob and Cheryl were talking about in the west and southwestern suburbs. 3.5 inches reported in Naperville and Plainfield, about 3 inches in Downers Grove and Clarendon Hills. Now, most of that melted by midday as we saw the snow taper off and switch over to a little bit of rain, but there's still some snow on some of the grassy areas. And this evening, the heaviest snow, at least in our area, is falling up here across Lake County and northern Cook County. We still have a winter weather advisory here in Lake County, Illinois until 6 o'clock in the morning. Then on the other side of the lake, it's going to be a big lake effect snow event starting tomorrow all the way through Thursday morning, with 5 to 10 inches of snow across parts of Berrien and St. Joseph County. Even LaPorte County, the northern half of LaPorte County, could get several inches of snow. But here's how it looks on the radar right now, Live Doppler 7 Max radar. And you can see this band of lake effect, the darker blues here from Lake Forest to Wheeling, close to Northbrook, down towards Winnetka, over towards Evanston as well. That's a pretty good burst of some snow coming in off the lake. And this has been occurring for the past couple of hours, where we get that convergence of winds from the west and then winds off the lake here. And it's forcing these snow showers back to the west and producing a couple inches of additional accumulation there for the northern suburbs. Now, the rest of the area, we're starting to see that drizzle and rain switch over to more snow, and that'll be the case as we go through the night tonight. Temperature is still above freezing for most areas, although we're down to freezing in St. Charles, DeKalb, and Woodstock now, but 35 at O'Hare and Midway. You can see the bigger picture. This system that's bringing us the precipitation is situated right now pretty much over Toledo, and it's lifting very slowly off to the north. So scattered snow showers will continue this evening. Overnight tonight, still some scattered snow. Some of that kind of coming in off the lake first thing tomorrow morning. And then tomorrow afternoon, there's 3 o'clock, more scattered snow showers with us. As we head into Thursday morning, we'll catch a break from the scattered snow, but probably some flurries and breezy conditions on Thursday. On Thursday, we may not get above freezing, and when you see the wind gust up around 20 miles per hour, wind chills throughout the day on Thursday are going to be in the 20s and even teens. How much more snow do we get? Well, not much here, maybe a little bit more up in Lake County, but on the other side of the lake, that's where the snow totals will be much higher. So tomorrow, temperatures in the mid-30s with off and on snow showers, still a little light rain mixed in closer to the lake. Tonight, that rain-snow mix that we're seeing now switches back to scattered snow overnight tonight, down to about freezing, maybe a couple degrees below freezing tonight. Tomorrow, 36 with snow showers, flurries and breezy on Thursday with a high of 32. Really cold on Friday and really cold this weekend too. Well below our average highs, which are in the 40s, mid 40s. Lights Festival on Saturday. I know Rob and Cheryl.
Are you going to be on the float, Larry?
I don't know yet, honestly.
Oh, are you going to decide based on weather? Is that what's going on?
No. I just don't know if I'm on the float. They got a list.
Okay.
You have to sign up early. And I looked to see if I signed up. I don't know if I've signed up.
To be determined.
That's right.
Yeah, that's a good answer. Really
I've
good.
got heated gloves, though, and heated socks.
Yeah, you got to have all of that.
The warmers.
You know, because you guys are going fast on that float, and you got to get your wave right, and you cannot show that you're freezing.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta
it
show
doesn't go that
comfort.
fast. We're not going 35 down the Mag Mile. It's like 2 miles an hour, and then everything gets backed up, but we'll be looking for you.
Okay.
You're going to be on the set with Alan and Jose, right?
Right, and Tracy's going to be on the street. Jose and Tracy on the street. So we have our big meeting tomorrow.
I feel bad for Tracy because she's always cold.
Oh, she is.
Even when it's like 90 degrees outside. Like, poor Tracy.
She's going to have to bundle up.
We're going to bring her some of the hand warmers.
Like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, it's going to be what about
20s.
in the 20s?
Yeah, wind chills maybe in the teens.
Not a lot of wind, though.
Not much wind, no. But
what does that mean? 10 miles an hour?
5 to 10.
Okay.
But at 20 degrees, a 5 to 10 mile per hour
Makes a
wind
difference.
goes right through you.
Yeah, we can't wear hats because we have the headsets on. So
I'm wearing a hat. Yeah. And I don't think we can drink on the float, so I can't have a hot toddy or something, right? No, hot chocolate only.
No, you can't do that at all. Right. You're
working
better? On it. You're
I'm
getting
working
good.
on it. I'm getting better.
You're going to really do a great job. And Larry's going to be there with you.
Yes, he is.
Giving the weather report along the way.
All right, thank you.
All right, we're going to enter our space segment here.
Oh, good.
On the
You know I love
Stream
that.
Team.
Yes.
We should just let Rob actually do all the stories because this is really his favorite time of the year, sort of. 2 NASA astronauts have completed their very first ever spacewalk. Josh Cassata and Frank Rubio's journey outside the International Space Station today lasted 7 hours and 11 minutes. The 2 men assembled a mounting bracket on the side of the space station's truss. The bracket will be used to install more rollout solar arrays to give the space station a power boost. It is just remarkable watching this happen.
A long day to be out there at 7 hours, right?
Wow, but they're doing great work.
They have suits for, like, if they have to go potty, right? Like, there's a thing that takes care of that. That's the first thing I think of.
Is that what you were thinking?
Well, I have 7 hours.
I was thinking of the history and what they did, the important work that they've been doing.
Yes, that too.
But, you know, there's all little compartments
they have the
for
little,
everything.
Right, little things for that.
Right, so don't worry
good.
at all. They're good.
Yeah, right, they know what they're doing.
They're scientists, and they've built they're machines, actually.
Well, and that is part of the larger plan to make it bigger, the space station, and replace some of the ailing parts, because that thing's old.
Right, you have to do that.
Yeah,
so I think you're going to go up there before
I die.
Yeah, I do. I really think you are.
Thank you.
You
I hope
really are
you're right.
excited about it. Yeah, and you should.
Something might be going up tonight.
Okay. Ooh, yes.
Some good news is
Matter of
NASA
hours.
works to launch its Artemis rocket overnight. Fueling is complete. So this is the furthest NASA's gotten in its attempts to launch this rocket. Blast off into space expected just after midnight Chicago time. The launch has been delayed, remember, several times because of mechanical issues and the weather, Hurricane Ian. This rocket's unmanned, but the Artemis mission hopes to one day return astronauts to the moon and one day send them to Mars. So this thing could get up into orbit finally, which would be huge.
I know. What is it, 5 hours from now?
Yeah,
a little under 5 hours from now.
The window, and NASA will be broadcasting it live. I think they start at 10:04 our time.
Okay.
And then the launch window is meant. But everything's so far so good. I'm gonna get home tonight.
It's gonna be really
midnight.
Big.
Watch
You're not
that
gonna be able to
thing.
sleep tonight.
I just want to get it up in the air.
Right.
After all this, get it up into
all the
space.
delays.
Yeah, we'll see. I think it's gonna happen.
Really exciting. I know. All right. Well, are you taking your family to the most magical, happiest place on earth? Well, think about it, because it is about to cost you even more.
Plus, the large number of kids with respiratory illnesses means a record number of Americans are missing work. More Americans missed work last month than we've ever seen. New data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics shows some 100,000 people couldn't make it in. A top factor for parents, childcare issues, followed by a spike in RSV, flu, COVID, and cold cases among kids. And new evidence shows adults are also catching RSV at higher rates than normal. The CDC says about 6 out of every 100,000 seniors has been hospitalized with RSV. It's a much lower rate than in children, but it's about 10 times higher than in years before the COVID-19 pandemic. One expert suggests this could be a result of adults relaxing previous COVID-19 health safety measures.
And for the first time in several years, Walt Disney World is raising ticket prices. The new pricing takes effect on December 8th. Now, on the busiest days, the Magic Kingdom in Florida will be the most expensive of Disney World's 4 theme parks. There will be park-specific pricing for one day, one park tickets. Pricing at each park will be based on date of visit and demand. Disney is the parent company of ABC7.
You've heard about Elf on the Shelf, but what about
Love this story.
Ranch on a Branch? You do?
I do.
Hidden Valley has released a new character called Ranchy. And the plush comes with its own illustrated book. Just like Elf on the Shelf, Ranchy is supposed to show up in new spots every day. Apparently, he dreams of one day becoming a real bottle of ranch dressing. This is real?
Okay.
Are you pulling my leg, Michelle? That's real?
Yeah, this is a real story.
Oh.
Yeah. And the book, you know, everybody's got a dream.
And Ranchy dreams to one day be consumed by you and me in our salads.
Right.
I mean,
I just had some of that.
Did you? With
on
Hidden Valley?
A salmon salad, just like at 6:20.
Poor Ranchy.
But it was Ranchy wants to become a bottle, a real bottle.
A bottle, okay. This is smart. I mean,
that is
bless
the
you,
dream.
Hidden Valley, because here we are talking about it.
I love it.
It's
See?
$30.
Well, that's Branchy the Ranchy.
And sold out,
right,
Michelle's telling us.
It's so adorable.
$30.
I mean, I really like it. I like the concept, and then it's the story about dreaming of becoming something.
I already got you your Christmas gift, though. Although apparently it's sold out. I can't get Ranchy.
You got my Christmas gift?
Yeah, a while ago.
No, you did.
Yeah.
I
can't tell you.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm bad at secrets. Don't press me.
Okay.
I'm not telling you.
Oh, no, don't get me.
It's something you wanted. It's something you wanted.
It is.
It's not Ranchy. I'll add that to the list.
How many seats does it have?
Well, right. None. That's clever. I'm sorry. I guess it's clever.
How many seats does it have?
And wheels.
I think this is the cutest story. It's already sold out.
Right.
And what if they never make it again?
No.
You know, but what if this becomes a cartoon?
Right.
Branchy the Ranchy.
Right.
I bet it's going to, and then action figures.
You could do, I don't know what else you could do.
There's
Coke
so much.
on a, I don't, what is it? Ranch on a branch?
Branchy the Ranchy.
Branchy the Ranchy.
Yeah.
Ranch on a branch.
Right.
Okay.
Ranch on a, I think that's just brilliant, clever. I wonder who was sitting around the table thinking about this.
This happens people get paid to do this. So
right. Do you think, what's the age group? Do you think like, or was it a collaboration of young people and then like it spanned over generations?
Some advertising exec's kid is like, I wish I could put that bottle on.
And I bet
Christmas
that's how it
tree.
happened. And they, see, that is how a star is born.
We've spent way too much time talking about it. We got better stuff, I promise you.
Right there, all right. Thanksgiving is just, 9 days away.
It's
9
coming.
days, yep. Your Thanksgiving feast, though, it's going to cost you more. Are you cooking?
Yeah.
Did you buy it already?
No.
Frozen, nothing?
No,
so
not
you can
yet.
marinate and all of that?
No. Well, I'm eating here because I'll be working, but
okay, that's right.
we will be cooking too, or Wendy will.
I know, Wendy can throw down.
There are also, so some you said are costing more. There are some that are costing less this year's products, so that's good. And
we like to hear that.
That story's ahead.
Plus, we have an incredible story about students who are making Chicago proud by preparing an early Thanksgiving feast for seniors. You have to see this story. It'll make you feel good all over. We'll be right back.
Ranchy. Now, I don't know about salad dressing, but food prices are higher this Thanksgiving because of inflation, and many consumers are paying record high prices for those coveted turkeys. The cost for a turkey, it's up nearly 17% compared to last year, but there is a silver lining at the checkout.
Okay.
Price tag's actually shrinking a little for some of those key ingredients for your Thanksgiving menu. Chicken prices are down 1.3%. That's compared to last month. Potatoes are down 2.8%, and apples for your favorite pie recipe down 3.2%.
Yummy. Look at that. Chicken, potatoes, and apples. You can make a lot of good stuff.
That's right.
Ooh, I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. And that's why this story that we're about to do next is so important. Some seniors in Chicago getting an early Thanksgiving meal.
These seniors would not have gotten a home-cooked meal for the holiday without students from Chicago Agricultural High School. Students grow and prepare the meal. They're making Chicago proud, and Karen Jordan talked to the students as they cooked.
For these students at Chicago High School for Agricultural Sciences, their classroom is the kitchen. Since Monday, they've been preparing early Thanksgiving dinners for about 350 senior citizens who otherwise would not get a home-cooked holiday meal.
Love it, sir.
It's an event in its 10th year, back in person for the first time since the pandemic.
During this season of giving thanks, we want to bring people together, and so we're so excited to be able to be back in the gym this year.
These students, mostly juniors and seniors, have been hard at work prepping the meals, getting tips from a professional, Chef Diego Burgos.
They're doing a great job. You could tell they really have a passion for it.
Student Ayana Mackey says it's hard work, but she enjoys it.
We had to saute the vegetables and steam them, brine the turkeys, butter the turkeys, season the turkeys, sweet potatoes, cranberry sauce.
A meal that is a farm-to-table experience. The school has the only working farm in the city of Chicago, with students growing all of the ingredients, from corn to pumpkins. They even raise the turkeys.
You get to see them alive and walking around, and then now we're cooking them. It was kind of weird doing that, but it's kind of like the circle of life happens all the time.
The students say the big payoff is watching their guests enjoy what they've cooked.
I can't tell you how many times I hear, I'll hear a senior say, when I was in high school, and then, or ask them questions and vice versa. It's just the interaction between the seniors and our students is what I think it's all about.
Students also set the tables in the gym, decorating them with these centerpieces made by horticulture students that the senior citizens will get to take home. But there's a bigger takeaway for everyone, giving thanks for the chance to get to know someone new. In Mount Greenwood, Karen Jordan, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
We were talking about this earlier, that it's just so great to see people and students back doing things. I mean,
together in the same room.
Yeah, it's been 2+ years since we were doing anything like this.
Friendship, fellowship, food, faith, fun.
And people get to meet people they haven't met before. It's all awesome.
Oh, and then they get to thank the young people, the next generation, doing great things.
A lot of levels of Chicago proud there.
We love that story.
Well,
Karen, thank you for bringing that to us. Makes us warm on this cold night, right? We're talking about holiday gifts, though. We're going to stay in the mode. Made right here, though, in Illinois. You don't have to go anywhere because the gift guide, we've got it for you. And we're going to track it all down for you. It's yummy, delicious, creative, everything you need.
All right.
So stay right there. We'll be right back.
Grammy nominations were announced today.
Woohoo! And leading the way, of course, the Queen Bee herself. Yes. Beyonce has more nominations than anyone else with 9. And that means she is now one of the most nominated musicians in Grammy history with 88 Grammy nominations. Now, here's another interesting fact, though. It's a tie, you know, with somebody she knows a little bit. Another artist, 88, with Beyonce. Yeah, somebody she knows real well. Right there walking with her. Jay-Z, he has won 5 nominations this year. So that would be 5 for him, 9 for her. Now, if she wins, you know, if she wins all of them, she will become the most awarded Grammy artist ever. There is a classical music conductor right now who has the most. And I think Quincy Jones might be right after that.
Even if she doesn't do it this year, it seems like a matter of time for she.
Oh, but have you heard her album this year?
No.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
no, I heard a couple songs.
Right. She's going to win.
Do you think she sweeps them? What did you say?
9. I don't know
hard
if
to
she
do.
sweeps, but I'm going to give her a 6.
Yeah.
5 or 6.
She just keeps, whenever she makes stuff, it wins.
Because she puts so much thought into it.
Yeah,
you know,
she's awesome.
I mean,
so
many.
Jay-Z. I love Jay-Z. His old stuff, like pre-Kanye.
99 Problems.
Yeah, but
yeah. We don't have any.
Person isn't one.
All right, nearly half of this year's leading nominees are women.
Yes.
So, okay, and more than half are people of color, according to the Recording Academy.
Awards are scheduled for February, so we will definitely keep an eye on that.
Cannot wait.
Did you see this? We got some Swifties. We got to check in with Michelle in a minute. I know she's working on something.
Right.
But the Ticketmaster says it was overwhelmed today by the demand for Taylor Swift tickets. Here's the thing. This was just the verified fan pre-sale, not even general public sales. So many people were logging on with pre-sale codes that the site crashed several times. Pre-sales for the West Coast got pushed back, and the Capital One card pre-sale, which was supposed to start this afternoon, has been moved to tomorrow. People on social media were
they love her. They love her. It crashed. She was nominated also for several Grammys, so
they'll figure it out.
Oh,
you're trying. So Michelle says she's doing Capital One. So what you got, like because you're a Capital One card.
Pre-sale, you get like a link that you go directly, so you kind of get like a
Oh, you couldn't do it today. She didn't get code. I'm a Capital One card holder, I guess.
Well, why don't you help her out? She's your producer. She takes care of you. You take care.
What are you doing in this scenario? I hope you get them.
She's going to get them.
The secondhand sales of those things are going to
they're going to skyrocket. And
crazy.
You know,
yeah,
she said she's not doing it, but you know, she's been going to all her favorites. Lady Gaga, she went to see 9 Degrees or what?
9 Degrees. That's what, yeah, 98 degrees. No, she's even laughing in our ear. It's 98 degrees, but this is the legendary Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that Christmas album to come out.
It's out. Okay. Oh, Mr. Worldwide, save us.
Oh man,
it came out
his daughters are going to
we did
talk about Daddy's coworker.
Yeah. We did a bunch of stories out of come out. Even I know that. Right? I know. We did. I know.
I was thinking 9 because Beyonce got 9 Grammys. It's 98 degrees.
Another Christmas.
It is not 98 degrees here.
No.
It's like it is like 9 degrees here. That's what I was talking about.
We got some 9-degree weather coming in.
Right.
No.
Just doing a preview for you.
That's right.
I was just helping. Yeah.
Thanks, Cheryl.
Oh man.
It's all good.
I tell you, if you miss a minute on the show,
right, you don't know what
happens. That's right. Yeah. Hey, you got this winter weather advisory in place still for Lake County here in Illinois until 6 o'clock in the morning. That's for some lake effect, which is pushing back to the west here this evening. It's producing a couple inches of snow across parts of the northern suburbs. On the other side of the lake, it's going to be heavy lake effect that kicks in during the day tomorrow and continues all the way until Thursday morning. South Bend over towards parts of LaPorte County, Berrien County, also parts of southwest Michigan. You could see 5 to 10 inches of snow from lake effect that gets going during the day tomorrow. For us, we've got this band of lake effect, which is impacting northern Cook County up into Lake County. This extends from pretty close now to Evanston, Winnetka, up towards Glencoe, all the way Lake Forest, up towards Waukegan. This is a pretty good burst of some lake effect snow, which is coming down, and it's been pretty persistent here for the past several hours. So we're seeing some of the totals up around several inches of additional accumulation there in parts of Lake and northern Cook County. Got this convergence zone coming together here with winds off the lake and westerly winds kind of forcing the air up into the sky and generating the snow showers. It's kind of tapered off a little bit to the south and west, but where we had that drizzle earlier this evening, it's kind of transitioning back to more snow showers. Temperatures are in the mid to low 30s, a few spots at freezing, but our system, which is responsible for this messy weather we saw today, is lifting over Toledo right now and drifting off to the north. As it moves away from us, there's still going to be enough moisture in the atmosphere on the backside of that low where we'll squeeze out some scattered snow showers tonight and then more scattered snow showers during the day tomorrow. Not as long lasting as what we had today, but we'll see some snow flying again tomorrow, even into tomorrow evening. Thursday morning will dry things out, but then during the day on Thursday, a few flurries will be possible with gusty west winds kicking in during the day on Thursday. Not a lot of additional snow for us, but maybe a ½ inch to maybe even an inch or more of additional snow in parts of Lake and northern Cook counties here as we go through the rest of this evening. Tomorrow, temperatures a few degrees above freezing, mid 30s with off and on snow showers. Right now it's 35 degrees officially at O'Hare, and we've switched back to snow now at the airport after seeing mostly rain throughout the afternoon. 38 was our high today. Average high 49. Wouldn't 49 feel really good right now? Not going to happen though for the rest of this week. This cold air is going to stay with off and on snow showers tomorrow. High at 36 tomorrow. Thursday, we may make it to 32, and then we're going to stay below freezing on Friday. A high on Friday, only 26, and then Saturday and Sunday high temperatures will also stay below freezing. For the Lights Festival, there could be some flurries flying for Saturday evening. For us tonight, though, scattered snow showers will be with us. The rain's transitioned over to snow. We'll drop into the low 30s. Watch for some slick spots on bridges and overpasses. 36 tomorrow, 32 on Thursday with some flurries. Cold Friday and cold this weekend before we warm up early next week. We'll take a short break and be back right after this.
Holidays are approaching, and for many, the shopping season has been underway.
Look how pretty this backdrop
is. Fun.
It gets you all festive. Yeah. Of course, we want to help you out because as you are searching for your gifts, you can support Illinois businesses. Illinois Tourism recently releasing its Illinois-made holiday gift guide. So joining us on the stream team, the Hour of Power, as we call it, Marla Chahowski with the Illinois Office of Tourism. Welcome to the show, Marla. How are you doing?
Hi, great to be here. Thanks for having us.
All right, so let's talk about this holiday gift guide for the Illinois Tourism Holiday Gift Guide.
Yeah, so this year's Illinois-made holiday gift guide features nearly 40 different businesses, most of them small businesses across Illinois, all over the state. This is brought to you by the Illinois Office of Tourism's Illinois Made program, which is all about promoting the people, products, and authentic experiences that you can find all over our great state through our small businesses.
A lot of get-togethers over the holiday. What's a good gift for hosts?
Ah.
There are so many great gifts on this year's gift guide, which you can find at our website, enjoyillinois.com. So starting off with craft spirits. For anybody in your life who loves a nice cocktail during the holidays, Stumpy's Distillery. Stumpy's is a distillery, a family-owned, 8th-generation family farm in Columbia, Illinois. This is Stumpy Spirits, and their Unbroken Vodka is just one of the many different spirits that they make right there in Columbia, Illinois, and Southern Illinois. They also make gins and whiskeys and bourbons. You can find this at select Benny's in the Chicago area, or make a visit to the distillery and take a tour there. They also have a pecan pie whiskey that I'm itching to try as well.
Oh, that sounds really delicious. And I'm not a whiskey drinker, but pecan pie. And is it whiskey or bourbon? Bourbon, right?
It's all
okay.
good.
All right. Well, let's talk about we're having our own personal discussions here. Let's talk about some stocking stuffers. I see some great gift ideas, and I can smell some of them too, Marla.
We have Prairie Fire Glass, which are handmade glass ornaments in Monticello near Champaign in central Illinois.
Oh, wow.
And glassblower Jim Downey is such a talented artist. He makes these by hand in his studio. If you go down there and pay a visit to his studio and gallery, you can see him making ornaments and all kinds of beautiful artwork there, depending on when you go. But he also makes one-of-a-kind vases and jewelry and bowls. We have CB's Honey from Southern Illinois in Anna. Which is a small business created by a woman who has a passion for saving bees in the region. And she's a local bee farmer who turns all the local honey she produces into these beautiful smelling products. And these are handmade honey goat's milk soap bars that are made with 100% local honey and cost only about $3 to $6 each. And they smell so delicious as well. You can find cheese from Rock Jersey Cheese Farm in Norman, Illinois, which is right near Bloomington. They are known for their Jersey cow dairy farm, and they make some of the most delicious cheeses that you will find. They have cheese curds, artisan cheddars, Colby Jack, Gouda, and they welcome visitors to the farm too. So you can always pay them a visit in normal, or you can check out their website and order gift boxes online this holiday season.
That soap smells really good.
You don't even want to use it because of
it smells.
It's so pretty.
But I see what you have.
I know.
She's got
Do you
a
see
candle.
the name on there?
Yeah. Oh, it's your
Earth sign.
Capricorn. Tell us about these candles.
Capricorn.
Yeah, these are great. These are from Edgewater Candles in the Edgewater neighborhood of Chicago on the north side. And these are their zodiac line. So they have a candle for each one of the zodiac signs. So there's 12 in total. And yeah, find your scent and see if it speaks to you, because they're all very unusual and unique scents aligned with the zodiac signs. These retail for $32 a piece. You can also give the gift of an experience and buy a candle making class for someone. You can go and actually make your own candles at their store in Edgewater here in Chicago.
That is a great something to do together. Now we got to decorate the house, because you can't
those
just
smell
invite
great.
people to come over. I know we want all of this, everything. So talk about that, Marla. What kind of decorations that we can get just to, spruce up the home for the holidays?
Of course, yeah. For the home out of Springfield, we have Sagamon Reclaim. Now, this was a business started by a Springfield firefighter and a U.S. Air Force veteran whose mission is to take recycled wood from 100-year-old barns and buildings and turn them into beautiful pieces of art for your home. So you'll see this is the Flags for Heroes line that they have that feature all different American flags. They're beautiful pieces that you can display in your home, perfect for a gift for someone this holiday season. And the proceeds from these sales of the flags will go back to help causes to support veterans in need. So an extra special reason to check out their Flags for Hero. I love the one that you have there in the studio, which is in the shape of the state of Illinois as well.
You said firefighter, former firefighter that's part of that company?
Yeah, he was originally a Springfield firefighter who started the company years ago, and a former U.S. Air Force veteran.
Nice.
I really like that.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
Yeah, it has sentimental value in it too.
One last thing, it looks like, is this a cutting board with wood? Tell us about this.
Yeah, so one of the highest quality cutting boards you can find are made right here in Illinois from John Boos and Company, which creates beautiful high-end cutting boards from the finest wood right here wood that is, sustainable and renewable hardwoods from the United States. You'll have celebrity chefs on the Food Network that use these. Obviously household names like Ina Garten, Rick Bayless, Bobby Flay, Rachel Ray, like all of these celebrity chefs love John Booth's cutting boards and butcher blocks. So you can actually go down there to Effingham, where they are, a few hours drive from Chicago, visit their showroom and their outlet store to find some great deals.
Yep, Marla, we got to go. Thank you so much. Full list of these guides, abc7chicago.com. We'll be right back. New York City's Museum of Broadway now open. When you walk through exhibits, you see the history of famous shows and how they got made. Features a wall of vaudeville, the door from the producers, mask molds from Phantom of the Opera, and costumes from Hamilton. That is pretty cool.
Have to go. That is destination must-see for sure. Well, Christina Applegate now has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. This was her first public event since she announced that she had multiple sclerosis. She had a bedazzled cane with her, and she got some support from her Married with Children co-star Katie Seagal. Standing with her during her speech, Applegate was acting since she was young and has been nominated for Emmys, Golden Globes, and Tonys, of course. A stellar career, so well deserved.
Yeah, all together.
Really nice. She was very humorous and grateful.
We got some Christmas shopping to do.
All right, we'll see you at 10 o'clock over on ABC7. We're going shopping.